Good evening, YouTube. This evening what I'd like to do is bolt this power booster and master cylinder to the firewall of the C10 pickup truck that originally had manual brakes. So that means it doesn't have the holes for the power booster. So the first thing we got to do is locate holes for power booster. This is the original mounting location for the manual master cylinder. The manual master cylinder had 2 holes for mounting. The power booster for our new power brakes has 4 holes for mounting. And what we're going to do is use the original 2 holes to locate the bracket on the firewall to locate the upper holes. In this location, they had the manual master cylinder, but they also have 2 bolts that hold the firewall to the backing plate of the firewall. And what we're going to do is take these 2 bolts out, and we'll use those bolts to hold the new bracket in place. What I'm going to do is cover this firewall with tape so that it's easier to mark where we have to drill the new holes. Okay, now let's punch out the holes that we need to mount this thing. There's 1. There's 2. So we clean those 2 holes out and we put bolts in. Okay, it's in finger tight, so let's tighten this up a little bit. So now we're going to mark the location of this slot on the firewall. So with the power booster master cylinder combination removed, we have the old holes where we were bolted up to and the holes that we marked. So, and these are slotted holes, and we have an existing hole with a nut right here. So we'll go high on this hole and we'll go right in the center on this hole. So let's punch the locations. We're going to be high on this one, because of this hole here, and there's an existing captured nut there, so we'll mark that. And then we're going to be right here in the center of this one, and so we'll mark that one. And we'll take the tape off. So we find our punch marks. And now we have to enlarge those holes to the size of these holes.
Put it down in 1.
That makes simple work of it.
That's how you drill yourself a nice sharp hole, a nice sharp bit there. Here we go.
All right. Now we got 4 holes for our mounting bracket. This is the inside of the firewall, and right here is where the new holes came through, and we'll weld some captured nuts there so that we can bolt the power booster master cylinder combination to it. Now that we have the unit bolted back to the firewall using the lower holes, and we have the unit level, what we could do is put a bolt through the upper hole that we just made and a nut on the back side. in that first upper hole. And then weld the nut to the inside of the firewall, and then this will mount like it was stock. The next step of our brake booster installation here is to weld the nuts onto the back side of the firewall. We're going to use a MIG welder, and we're going to do that now. We got a little fire. This is the upper bolt from the outside. It's now tacked in. As you can see, it does go through the reinforcement plate. All 4 bolts go through reinforcement plate. That's the original one. And let's see if I can show you the other 2. And there are the other 2. So let's go outside and put a correct bolt in that backing plate so that it looks the same. So that's about it. We put some correct bolts in there to make it a little more factory correct. This is not the final install of this, but more of a mock-up and give us a point to make the lines in between the differential valve and the chassis. That'll be it for the install of the power booster and the master cylinder. The brake lines that we have that came with the kit are too short, so we're going to have to make our own. And the pedal linkage inside, we're going to have to change the pedals because this was originally a standard car and it's now an automatic, so we're going to make the brake pedal like it was an automatic. Keep watching, there'll be more.